Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 at webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've got a bit of an eye-catching one for you today. We've got these spinning icons on top of our blurb modules. Somebody asked us how to do this. Really easy to do. We've got to do a bit of coding for this today to make it work. Don't let that put you off. Any code I write I'll put down below, and you're welcome to copy it and paste it as needed. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. And I'm going to go down, I'm going to delete what we've got going on here. I'm going to delete the whole row here. Okay, well, let's add a new row. Little green button to add a new row. I'll give it 3 columns just like we had before. And I'm going to put a blurb module in there. Divi comes as standard with all the light grey modules. Blurb module is great for this because it's got the little icon. Okay, well, let's drag this up so you can see what's going on here. I'm not going to change the title or the text. This is a regular text field right here where you can bold, italicize, make paragraphs and even add media if you want to. But I'm going to leave everything just standard on that. I'm going to roll down below image and icon. I'm going to flip this on to use the icon itself. And we can roll down and choose an icon. There's a lot to choose from. They've just teamed up with Font Awesome 4 here. So there is an awful lot. You can either scroll down like this, you can put in a search term up there, or you can hit the little breakout box here. It'll pop out into a little breakout and give you other scrolling opportunities. But I'm just going to use a simple round icon for mine today. And there it is right there. Well, I'm going to just give it a different color. I think I'm going to make mine blue, and I'll pop that text in the middle, and we're pretty much done with this. So I'm going to go over to my design tab. Here's the image and icon. Of course, you can size it and do all kind of things with it here, but I'm going to leave mine just as it is. You can have it on the top or the left if you want to. I'm going to leave it the default size there. The only other thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to go into the text down below and just put it in the middle. There it is right there. Perfect. Okay, we want to target this with a bit of CSS code to make it spin round and round and round. So in case you've got other blurb modules on your site, I'm going to give this a CSS class, so we're just targeting the ones we want to. So let's go over to our advanced. Here we've got CSS IDs and classes. I'm going to give mine a class of spin icon. And let's save this. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save my page changes here. And we're going to go over to the theme customizer. Now to get your customizer, you need to go to your dashboard. Once at the dashboard, go down to appearance and then customize. I've already got mine open up here, so if I click on that tab, here's the customizer. In the additional CSS panel, that's where I've written the initial code to get that spinning that you saw at the beginning. So I'm going to delete that and we'll start from scratch. And don't forget, any code I write, I'll put down below the video. Okay, well, let's just roll this up a little bit so we can see what's going on here. Always a great idea to give any CSS a title. That way it's easier to find. Plus it's a courtesy for anybody that might edit the site after you. So a title is / */ Anything that you want to write in between the stars will not be read as code. So it's a great place for titles and notes and things. So I'm just going to say spinning icon. And we gave that module a class of spin icon. All class names have to have a dot or a period in front, so it's dot, and then the class name, spin icon. And then we want to actually target the little icon itself. So I'm using Google Chrome here with the great inspector tools. I'm going to right click and hit inspect. Most browsers have this nowadays, but if yours doesn't, Google Chrome is a free download. And if we roll up, it'll show us what we're rolling over. That's what we want right there. ETPB main blurb image, which is also the icon. So I'm going to double click, left click on that and copy it. Control C to copy. Again, it's a class name. So I can get rid of my inspector now. And after the class name that we gave our module there, put a dot or period because again, it's a class name. And then the class name itself. Now we can open and close some curly brackets and decide what we actually want to do with it. Well, I want to turn it into an animation. So I'm going to say animation, and then we've got to give that animation a name, and I'll make it the reverse of our spin icon class up there. So I'll say icon spin. It's got to be unique, so it can't be exactly the same. So that's the name that we're going to give it, and we'll have to build that in a minute. How long do we want it to take to rotate? Well, I'm going to let mine take, say, 4 seconds. That'll work for me. I want it to keep going and going, so I want it to be infinite. And I also want it to be linear, so it looks smooth. So I'm going to say linear. That way it'll just smoothly go round and round and round. That's great. Now we need to create this animation called icon spin there. So I'm going to copy that name. We're going to build this with keyframes. So I'm going to say at keyframes. Then the name of the animation. Then we can open and close some more curly brackets here and actually do the animations that we want. So at 0%, or when the actual page loads, I'm going to have it start off transform. What do we want it to do? We want it to rotate along the y-axis. So I'm going to say rotate y, capital Y that is. And the amount that we actually want it to actually rotate by at 0 degrees, which is going to be 0. So I'm going to put open and close some round brackets there. I'm going to put 0 degrees. And that's great. Now I'm going to copy this several times so that I've got 5 of them in total, and we'll make it spin. So I'm going to say Control C to copy. I'm going to drop down Control V to paste. 3, 4, 5. And the more you put in, the smoother it'll look, but that's entirely up to you. And we'll say 0%, 25%, 50%, 75, and 100. And I'm going to do it in sort of 90-degree variants. So 25% is going to be 90 degrees. As you can see, it started spinning already. And we're going to go 180 degrees, 270, and we're going to end up with 360, which is all the way around. Now I've got 1000% there. I need to change that to 100%. That's why it's speeding up a bit at the end there. There we go, and we've got a nice linear rotation there. That works perfectly. So let's publish this. Now if we go back to our page and refresh here, that little icon will start to spin. And there it is, our little icon's starting to spin. Now to duplicate this, you can just give that class name to any blurb module you want this to happen to. So let's create a new blurb module, or you could just duplicate that one if you wanted. I'm going to create a new one. And again, we'll give it a little icon. And again, I'm going to make that blue. And I'm going to pop my text into the middle. Now to make that icon spin, we just need to give it that class that we gave the other one, which was spin icon. And as you can see, it started spinning. And of course on page load, those will be synced up. They'll both be going the same speed. And the other way, of course, to duplicate it is just to simply clone the module and change the content. Really easy. So let's save our changes, make sure this is going to work on the front end. And we'll exit the Visual Builder. Roll on down. And there's our nice little spinning icons. Really easy to do, really eye-catching effect. And don't forget, this code will be down below for anybody who just wants to copy and paste it. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget, if you have any questions, put them down below and I'll do my best to answer them or make a demo video for you if I can. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.